What's up, Craig?
Craig is dead. Craig is dead. We are doing new software, and that is why
software, cameras,
with
gangsta
cameras,
shit. You know how it be.
A little bit sketchy cameras. The software is being a little funky with us.
Yeah, I mean it's going. I'm not trying to jinx this shit, but going right so far.
Yeah, I mean
we'll see. What is this? Spectated.
14.
14.
14. If the other episodes can be like published and stuff, because like Craig is complicated now. We have to find a way to do that.
I see. Yeah, it's fucking shit up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
That sudden change is really, screwed it up. Anyways, welcome back, guys, to Spectated, the most goated podcast in the world. We are actually the best. Today we are talking about, as I believe we mentioned in the last recording, which isn't uploaded, so I mean, whatever, but NFL, NBA, and MLB updates.
Who knows? Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
let's just jump into fucking Baker, bro. Let's just jump into
it. There's a lot to talk about there. Baker Mayfield traded to the Carolina Panthers for a conditional 5th round 2024 pick. Dude, Browns got fleeced in this trade. Absolutely fleeced.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty expected, right? It was between whatever, like the Panthers or the Seahawks. So, like, I didn't know.
Seahawks
it's not like it was we're not that nowhere, interested. But it just comes down to the Browns. They get nothing for one of their biggest assets. They don't get anything from it.
And the thing is, they're like, Baker literally agreed to cut $3.5 million of his salary to be traded. And then the Browns are paying $10.5 million, and the Panthers are only paying $5 million. So, absolutely fleeced.
I don't know, man. The Browns just went YOLO mode for Deshaun, and there's a lot of consequences for them.
It left a mess. It did leave a mess, 100%. Yeah, Robbie Anderson, one of the wide receivers for the Panthers, the one that commented on an Insta post in April going, no, about Baker going to their team. He posted on Twitter, he's like, I don't have a problem with Baker. Y'all need to stop pushing that narrative. It's like, dude, you started that narrative.
Yeah, bro, no.
You literally started it.
Hell no, I don't want that. No,
and then he was like, problems with him. He was like, I was just trying to defend my quarterback. That's the same Darnold. It's like, okay. I'm sure.
Let's see, he was just trying to defend his quarterback.
All right, Robbie, have fun not getting the ball this season.
Yeah, you ain't getting shit, dog.
Yeah, but they did say that Baker was not guaranteed the starting role of a quarterback, which, like...
which I found, that's gonna be weird, because I feel like he's the better quarterback, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Or, maybe, It's... we've talked about, Baker, he's not, an amazing quarterback, but he's good.
He's top 15 to 20. He's a starter.
But then you were saying that but you're saying that Darnold has the bigger contract too.
Yeah. Darnold is being paid
bigger salary.
He's being paid $8 or $9 million more. Oh wait, no, sorry.
So
he's being paid not 8 or 9 more. He's being paid 13 mil more than Baker's being paid by the Panthers.
Yeah, which is just
So why wouldn't they start?
I mean, I feel like they should start they should but it's they should start Baker, right? He's better.
Yes, 100%.
Who? I feel like the Panthers just got a good deal. I guess, right? They got they got a great deal for Baker. So
100%.
It's just kind of weird that their second string is just kind of a black hole of money now.
True.
If that's what they choose to, do.
Unless they convince
but obviously
another
starting
team to
Baker
take him.
would be the more. Yeah, but it's like.
Who would?
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that does come with a weird where you just have this like overinflated price wise second string now, pretty much.
Yeah. And then, like, the other thing...
it would be weird. Like, I guess Darnold could start, too, but that would be weird.
Yeah. The other thing is, though, that Baker has, like, a month to learn the playbook and prove that he's better off being a starter week 1 than Sam Darnold is.
Yeah, that is true.
And, like, he does not have a lot of time. They waited until last minute to get him. He did just recently leave a
shit.
For like the first time he has said something since the trade.
Yeah.
It was I love playing this game and I truly have fun doing it. I'm going to be myself while doing it. That's all he said. So I basically I feel like that's in response to Cleveland still being like, oh yeah, he annoyed teammates. He divided the locker room. He was hard to coach. Because, like, even after being traded, they're still saying stuff about him. So, like, I feel like that's him being like, fuck you. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to do what I do. And,
yeah, for sure.
Good luck. Yeah. So... That news came out literally an hour and a half after I was, like, writing info for the episode. I was writing info about, like, who the most likely teams are because the Seahawks said that, like, we're not that interested and kind of backed off. And a third team allegedly, like, stepped in. So, like, I was like, yeah, the Panthers have, like, a 45% chance. I still think the Seahawks are, like, 25% interested. And then, like, the Saints, and then the Buccaneers, and the Lions. Hour and a half later, Panthers go, yeah, that's ours. So, like, well, that entire discussion cut. Can't no point in talking about why he would go to the Saints or anything like that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, I feel like with Baker, if they have him starting week 1, I feel like he's dropping like 3 or 4 touchdowns against the Browns just because he's angry.
They play against the Browns, right?
Week 1.
Yeah.
Week 1. So not only... Yeah, so...
That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. If he starts, of course.
Okay. Week 1, we have Bills-Rams. We have Russell Wilson on the Broncos versus the Seahawks. And we have Baker on the Panthers versus the Browns.
That's going to be nice.
Dude, that's a week 1 to pay a lot of attention to.
That's going to be nice. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Granted, like... Well, I guess... I mean, it depends who plays, I guess, for the Browns, obviously, but I feel like the Panthers could easily win that game with Baker. If it's
Jacoby Brissett, I think
that's what I'm saying.
Panthers,
Like that. I'm assuming that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Jacoby will be able to keep up.
I want to see Baker get angry, bro. I want to see him throw 100 yards at, like. I want to bring down the fucking lightning bolt, bro.
I mean, I think
send some goddamn missiles.
I could be wrong, but I think he has the record for the longest throw in the NFL.
Baker?
Yeah. It was a Hail Mary, and it didn't get caught, but I think he threw it for like 77 to 80 yards. Like, he whipped it.
Let's see, hold up. So the longest caught one is Randall Cunningham. Wait, hold up. Baker Mayfield's overthrown. Yeah, it's the longest pass ever recorded, but it wasn't caught.
Yeah, it was a Hail Mary. Yeah.
Where? Yeah. I think the longest caught one was 76 yards. Why doesn't it show just the total?
Yeah.
Sorry, keep going. I'm trying to figure it out.
No, yeah, you're good. But yeah, as I was looking at like stuff, I really think that other teams should have. I mean, I understand them not taking their shot at Baker because like what the Browns were going to be asking for him, but like in free agency, come on, teams. There has to be some teams like taking their shot at him because this is a player that like.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he hasn't 100% proved himself. He's been remarkably inconsistent. Like in week 1 or year 1, sorry, his rookie year, he took a team that was 1-31, and he gave them 7 wins and 7 losses, right? Because like the first 2 games were Tyrod Taylor's quarterback. He just played the remaining 14, so he went 500, right?
Yeah.
Like not great, but like it's a rookie year.
Yeah.
So pretty solid.
With that team, it's really good.
27 touchdowns to 14 INTs. Record-breaking rookie amount of touchdowns. It's since been broken, but like, still, he broke a record. In season 2, he sucked. He was 6-10, 22 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. He was not good. He was very bad.
Yeah.
But season 3, that was 2020, 11-5, 305 completions with 486 throws, 62.8% completion rating, 26 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. QBR.
That's a good season.
Quarterback passer rating of 95.9. There were only 4 quarterbacks that were above him. Sorry, 3. There were 3 quarterbacks that were above him.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Deshaun Watson. He was the 4th highest.
Yeah.
So he.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then like, I feel like why people aren't sold on him is because like 2019 and then last year, because last year he got 6 wins and 9 losses, 17 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. But the thing is, before he got hurt, he had the highest completion rating of any quarterback. He was at 82% completion rating. Mm-hmm. And then, he torn labrum, broken shoulder, continued to play. So, if he didn't play, he would be a starting quarterback for the Browns still. I think it's just people look at that year and compare it to 2019.
Think like, if he can, return to 2020 form, of course, like he'll be top 10. You know what I mean? Like top 10 in the league.
I think top 10 to 12. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Because 2020, I think he was.
So, I mean, hopefully we see.
Yeah, I do. I really hope so. And then I hope he doesn't stick with the Panthers, because like he'll be a free agent after that. He doesn't have to stay with them.
Yeah.
So.
That is true.
I would like to see.
I hope this like. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I hope this like whole Browns, debacle, whatever you want to call it, like lights a fire under him. Like gives him that he has something to prove again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like be like, hey, fuck you, y'all scummed me. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna show I'm still, I can still perform at that level. Mm-hmm. And then, fuck it, go somewhere where you can actually, make a playoff run.
Yeah, I think
cool.
A big issue with the Dolphins right now is currently their quarterback with Tua. So maybe going free agent and he'll have Tyreek. He will.
I would love to see that.
He has.
I would love to see that.
And like, here's the thing: he has the record for the longest throw that was it was incompleted, but like he was close to the target. And Tyreek never misses the ball. He will catch that thing. So there are going to be some deep
Yeah,
balls
then
thrown.
just helm every single pass, just fucking whip it down the field 80 yards. That'd be
As much as I hate the Steelers,
guaranteed win.
seeing Baker go to a division rival would also be really cool. That'd be fun.
That would be pretty funny too.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That would,
as fuck.
and he gets to
Really
pick
good.
because he's a free agent, so he could just be like, "Fuck you." Yeah, it's a really unique circumstance because like a debatably like fringe top 10, like 11 or 12th best quarterback is seen as 15 to 20 because of like 1 year that he was trying to force the ball into Odell's hand and another year that he was playing with a broken shoulder.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, yeah, I definitely understand not being certain about him, but like, don't you think the other teams would at least be trying to make a move?
I agree. I think people are just like too harsh on him. I think,
Yeah.
like, he's definitely shown he can be, like good, like a very solid quarterback, better than average.
Yeah.
Where it seems like now people are just holding him like right below average, like right below middle of the pack.
He's being
type quarterback, and it's like I feel like that's unfair, just given like the circumstances he's had to play under, and he's still shown, glimpses of brilliance.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of unfair to rank him so low.
Yeah, like I'm seeing rankings of him below Mitch Trubisky, below Matt Ryan, Carson Wentz. It's like, no, he is not below them. Like no. He is.
Oh, shot.
He is better.
Oh, shot.
Like, he is definitely not the best. He is.
Shot, bro.
Like, he definitely wasn't the best in the AFC. Lamar and Joe Burrow are both definitely like clear step ups above him. But he was better.
Yeah.
He's better than Big Ben was when he played them, especially in 2020 and 2021. Yeah, like better than Mitch Trubisky. I don't know about Kenny Pickett. I feel like he probably will be better than Kenny. Kenny, there's not a lot to talk about other than like the fake slide that could have definitely permanently destroyed his ACL. That was immediately ruled illegal following the game because like that's not fair. Yeah, he's definitely not getting the Panthers to a playoff game. Like 100% not going to happen. But what I think he is going to do,
no, yeah, they're just not that team.
I think he's going to take a team that was 5 or 6 wins and bring them to 8 or 9. Like I can see them.
Yeah, definitely.
3 teams that
And there's going to be like kind of a,
yeah,
like right outside a wild card type team.
yeah. 3 teams that I couldn't see them beating before were literally the AFC. The Browns, the Bengals, and the Steelers. They go against all 3 of those. He knows the Browns, and he's going to be angry at them. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He always whoops the Bengals. Like every time he goes against the Bengals, he throws for like 500 yards. 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he got them figured out.
Yeah, and then the Steelers. I mean, he's beaten them before too, and then last year he lost to them with again broken shoulder, and he was continuing to run the ball and then get absolutely annihilated by a defense and didn't even care. He decided instead of trying to pick a fight, he started hyping up the crowd. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely 8 or 9 wins. at best, yeah, they're right outside playoffs. Step above what they were going to do with Sam Darnold, though. 100%.
I agree. For sure.
Yeah, so I think basically his story is very similar to that of Drew Brees. I don't know if he's going to be... Do you think he's going to be Drew Brees 2, or do you think he's going to be a QB 2? Which do you lean is more likely?
I don't know, man. Like, I would say more likely Drew Brees 2, but that's just because I'm sipping on that hopium, you know what I mean?
I got you.
Like, I would rather see that. I would rather see that.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I want, and that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, I'd rather see Baker be Himmy Neutron, Himmy Turner, you know? But, yeah.
Well, and then it's just like, I hope he finds a new home, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 100%.
Because we were saying, I don't know if the Panthers, I don't really think they're it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Dolphins?
I could see Dolphins.
I have to cop me a Baker Dolphins jersey if that happens. Hey, yo.
Speaking of their jerseys, I got a Baker jersey for, like, a Browns. $40. Like $100 off. I was like, hell yes, I'm copping that, dude.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I could see Seahawks making a move for him in free agency. Buccaneers, I think, will probably try to make a move. Bucks.
Yeah, Seahawks are still on the table.
Yeah. Bucks, Dolphins, Seahawks, Saints.
I guess Buccaneers could be... I think I would like to see him on the Buccaneers. As, like, Tom Brady's wrapping up. I think that could be, like, a pretty good transition for them. You know what I mean?
He could definitely learn a thing or two from him. I just don't know if he'll take it. I don't think he wants to be a QB2 under any circumstances. But, yeah, what Tom Brady...
Yeah, but I get, like, in my mind, it's like he's QB2 for, like, a year.
Yeah, like a couple years
maybe
at most.
two.
Yeah. But it's like...
Yeah.
I definitely get that, but Baker's got an ego. He's, you know, he's a punk. He does not want to sit under anyone else. Which, you know, it's one of the things that's kind of likable about him. He is a punk. But like on the other hand, it could definitely be.
But it's like, you know, in my mind, it's just, that could be good for his career.
Oh yeah,
too.
100%. Very beneficial because like what he doesn't have as much of is what Tom Brady excels at, and that is the ability to like kind of not read a field. Take that back. Make plays on the fly, like think on the fly. Like Baker, especially last year, was if there was coverage, he was going to force it. He was going to force it anyway. He wanted to force balls to go deep, things like that. He wanted to make big plays.
Yeah, like it seemed like Baker. Yeah, like he has the play in mind already.
Yeah,
and is not very. He's like rigid in that.
Yeah.
Where Tom Brady is super, you know, adaptable. Mm-hmm. Like he sees new plays, new opportunities.
Yeah, and like don't get me wrong, Baker will like if he sees a defense like making a move or like changing formation, he'll call an audible. He'll change the play, but like he'll still try to force it to one person. Yeah. But for example, like against the Lions, they barely beat the Lions last year. They beat them by 3, and he was not happy. First of all, he was being very snarky to the press afterwards, and that was one of the reasons that like the Browns were like, "Oh yeah, we don't like him." But it's like, really, Aaron Rodgers has never been a dick. That is his entire personality. But
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of players like that.
Yeah, but during the game, the Lions defense like changed formation to like account for like they read the Browns offense, and Baker was before he called the ball just went, "That was cute, guys," and then he called an audible. So it's like that's just the type of player he is, and like before they drafted him, they could have seen that because like Ohio State when he beat them a huge rival of Oklahoma. He took an Oklahoma flag and stabbed it in the middle of their field. You know, he was over there, like, in one game, players wouldn't shake his hand. He started, like, yelling, "Fuck you," from across this, like, stadium and, like, grabbing his dick at them and stuff. Like, you drafted him knowing he was like that.
That is true, yeah.
So
it's like, hey, you get what you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
And now they're definitely getting what they pay for with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I'm half expecting the Browns to, like, in like a week be like, Deshaun, we don't really like you. Yeah. It's like, what do you expect? Like what? I don't know.
What do you mean he was going to get a
suspension?
Browns,
like, I don't know. Their fucking management, their management has to be, like, just so delusional. Like, I don't know.
It's so good, but it's so bad.
They have to be just the dumbest people.
Like, they are making moves at phenomenal players that are in absolutely horrendous circumstances. Like,
I don't know, man. I feel like they just attract controversy or something.
That's the AFC North. AFC North is just, they're literally Black Air Force energy. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, Eli Apple on the Bengals starting to push other players and pick fights. Joe Icy, Joe Burrow,
Big Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben drafting.
Big Ben.
The Steelers drafting, what's his face? George Pickens, who is a wide receiver in college. He would literally, like, shove defensive players to the ground and then shush their audience. You do, like, that to them. That's the AFC North. They are literally all a bunch of menaces.
Yeah.
But yes, speaking of Deshaun, the NFL offered him a 12-game suspension settlement, and he was like, no.
Fucking hell, bro.
It's like, I don't know if he should have taken it or not. Because, like,
oh my god, what is this?
Like, they were like, yeah, well.
Like, I don't know, man. It's like, Deshaun, you're guilty, bro. Like,
yeah.
You don't hold the bargaining chip. Like, I don't know.
True. It's like, I don't know. Because, like, on one hand, yes, he definitely should have taken it because he is very clearly guilty. 24 people are not all lying. Like, yes, there are probably some people in there that are definitely either stretching the truth or flat out lying. But all 24 of them, absolutely no shot.
Sure.
But, like, the reason that I'm wondering why, like, if he was in the right for this is, the judge, they just recently submitted, like, their final things for the judge to read over and stuff. Originally, they were going to look at 12 of the women in their cases in the trial and stuff. And then they started looking at 5. And one of the women interviewed, just by the judge, like, changed her tone and her story about Deshaun, like, very suddenly. And then another one of them, another one of the masseuse's son was talking about, like, when he was interviewed, was saying, like, oh yeah, she was talking about, like, how much she liked him and, like, how nice she was, until all these charges and stuff started coming out, and then she started saying, oh yeah, well, this and this and this happened. So, and then the NFL, but then the judge went, all right, we're not going to look at 5 people anymore. Now we're going to look at 4. So only 4 cases are being looked at for this punishment. And the NFL offered 0 evidence, right? Literally went, yes, this is this punishment that we're pushing for of indefinite suspension has never been done before. It's unprecedented, but we want it done anyways. Off of 0 evidence. So it's it's like, yes, I do think they should suspend him, but, like, how can they give him a length?
For sure.
How can they give him a lengthy suspension when they have no evidence to suspend him off of that they looked at? Because the judge can't.
Yeah, just from like a.
Like, I'm pretty sure.
Or yeah, from like a, just perspective. You know what I mean? It's like, innocent until proven guilty, right? Yeah. It's like he's guilty, but like if they can't prove it,
exactly,
then how can they really like punish?
Yeah,
him?
The judge can't
punish him.
The judge can't have that biases. First of all, they have to have the completely open mind and look only at the evidence. Second, they offer no evidence.
Yeah.
Third, the judge cannot go and look for evidence outside of what was presented. Everything that's presented is what is there.
Yeah, no, like, the judge isn't, the judge isn't a lawyer. They're not supposed to be presenting evidence, right? They're just simply there to hear, both sides.
Exactly.
That is their
job. So it's like,
so it's kind of weird. It definitely feels like the NFL clearly has their biases in this case, which is unfair. And obviously, I don't think either of us are trying to sit here and defend Deshaun.
Oh, hell no.
Because, we can't. That's just, like, no. Like, we're not doing that. But yeah, it just comes down to, like, a fair...
It's a fair trial.
Fair trial, exactly. Right? Or a fair case. Where it's like...
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah,
yes,
exactly. It's
suspend
like,
him.
If the NFL is being biased here and they're they're trying to push this judge to be biased, it's like, how is that fair at all? It's like, let the people just do their jobs and do their jobs how they're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Let the judge be unbiased, hear both sides. Let both sides of the argument present evidence, present their case, present their findings, and then let the judge make an unbiased ruling.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be like that, the entire NFL is pushing for something.
Yeah.
With little backing for it, little reason or basis. Just unfair.
And, like, the other thing that's kind of screwed up about it is, like, in favor of Deshaun, like, absolutely despicable person, but, like, this, I think, is fucked up on the other side, is if he doesn't like the punishment and chooses to have an appeal, right? Perfectly legal thing for someone who's charged with something to appeal it. The NFL gets to look at it. And then they can decide, oh, well, actually, that punishment wasn't harsh enough, so we're going to make it more harsh. So the opposite of what the appeal is supposed to do. So, like, if he's suspended for 8 games and he doesn't like it, they can go, well, you're out for an entire year now. Like, that is not fair. Like, you can reject the appeal, but, like, imagine, like, if a prison, or, like, if a criminal did that, like, they have to spend a year in prison, and they're like, well, I'm gonna appeal this, because, like, I feel like it's not just, and they're like, well, actually, you're gonna spend 3 years. Like, like...
It's like, oh, okay.
Alright, this is fair, I guess.
No, it definitely is weird.
I'm saying 6 to 8 games.
But I mean, that's just...
Like...
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll land in that range.
Because definitely...
Because I just don't see...
Yeah.
Or, sorry, I just don't see how they can justly, like, give him more than that, I guess. Unless they get some, like, actually, like, really damning evidence, but I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, definitely needs to be suspended. And I think there is enough there to give a light suspension. Or, like, a half a season suspension. But, like, if you want a lengthy one, you need to give the judge evidence. There were, out of those 24 cases, 12 of them had evidence, and all 12 of them settled, so they couldn't use them. So, who knows? Maybe that was strategic thinking by Deshaun, choosing to just settle those 12 along with other ones.
Yeah.
Because, like, can't look at them anymore. But at the same, like,
Mm-hmm.
you have to find something. You can't go in and go, yes, this happened.
Dude, imagine he gets out with no suspension. That would actually be so crazy.
Dude, I would. See, I don't know. I'd be so angry, but at the same time, I'd be like, prepare to ball, dude. Like.
Yeah, like, I don't know. That'd be crazy.
Oh my god. That would be very crazy. A 12-game suspension. Because, like, the way I'm looking at it is, if he gets less than 12 games, that's a win. That's a win in his book, right? If he gets 12 or more, he was better off just taking the suspension. Or the settlement.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That being said, that's just about all I have to talk about for, like, the NFL. Deshaun continuing to be a menace. AFC, menace energy. Baker, congrats on being traded. Browns, you got fucking fleeced.
Hey, Browns-Panthers week 1.
Sure. I got Panthers winning, I'm going to say 28 to 17 or 20.
I'm gonna say Panthers 7 to Browns 3.
7-3.
So it's a low ass scoring game. Trust. But yeah. I think that's about it. You want to jump into some NBA off-season shenanigans.
Chet in the summer league.
Things to discuss.
Chet in the summer league. He's that guy. He's the Him Reaper. It's the summer league, dude.
He's
like he's not gonna be bad, but he's getting
he's
so overhyped.
Yeah, what the? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's for sure. Like, he's good. Don't get me. He's a good player, but like, he's overhyped. He can obviously grow into that, over time. Give him a couple years in the league. I think it's summer league, guys. Come on, like, he's playing well. Like, he's good. I can see he'll probably be a starter for OKC. Like, I don't have a doubt on that. He'll for sure be a starter, but like, OKC, they're not going to be, they're not going to be OKC with Kevin Durant. Like, it's like people are like, oh, KD's back. He just white now. It's like, no, come on, guys.
Also, like,
let's not be
definitely
weird here.
Not trying to like body shame or anything, but if he wants to fit into that role, he's gotta gain some weight. Like, there's some big dudes in the league.
Yeah,
there's some big dudes.
He does have a he does have a really similar build to KD, but I agree, he definitely needs to muscle.
Yeah,
up
like I'm not talking about like he needs to be huge or anything.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, give him a couple of years. Like, give him a couple of years with these NBA trainers, dietitians and shit, and
100%.
He definitely can become something, scary, really scary.
What? I can't remember. What position? Is he a center? Or is he a power forward?
Such a unique build. No, I think he's a power forward.
Okay, then yeah. Because I was going to say,
I think
being a center, he might be able to, like, if he muscles up just a little bit, he might be able to, be successful this year. But, like, as a power forward, dude.
Yeah, it looks like he plays both.
Yeah. But, like, him as a power forward,
yeah, because he played center for Gonzaga, but I think he's like kind of like a flex between the two.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it going like.
But yeah, like as a center, he'll definitely struggle. He can't muscle people out. Like, he's just not going to be able to.
Yeah, and it's like, imagine him going against like these big players, like leg probably going to get snapped trying to jump after a ball.
Yeah, like, dude, like Nikola Jokic.
I know.
Bro. Imagine Chet versus Nikola, bro. Jokic just fucking snaps his neck, breaks his spine, and just throws him to the side, and then rebounds the ball.
Yeah, it's
and
like him against
against
Jokic, legit going to die.
He will die. He will die.
And then like power forwards position.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's power forwards.
I don't know if they're gonna play him. I don't think they're gonna play him at center.
Like, but him as a power forward.
Oh yeah, dude. Honest,
like
run him over.
He's so small that like if he goes for like the layup, or if if he gets the ball and he starts trying to rush through, like get an alley oop or something, it's gonna be easy for bigger players to stop him.
Yeah.
Like, this is a summer league, so, like, yeah, he's performing really well. And, like, yeah, his defense has been good because, he's got long limbs. He is tall. But offensively, like, what's he going to do other than get, like, points off of rebounds?
Yeah. Well, I feel like, he'll try to do a KD's type thing. Like, you don't see KD really running to the rim too much, You see him, like, kind of pushing up and going for the... little fadeaway shot or whatever, little roll around shot, opening up, the court a little bit for his teammates. So like, I can see him fitting that role too, but like, I don't know. With the way OKC's team is they don't really have other big dudes, so it's like, I feel like they're gonna try to put him into more of a, rim protector and rim pusher type of role. Trying to, like, get in there. And, he just doesn't... he's got a very unique build, and he'll probably still be good, but, like, he definitely needs to put on some...
I think he's...
Before he can be, like, a true contender.
This year he's probably going to be, like, a middle of the pack. I don't think he's going to be bad. I just don't think he's going to...
Yeah, he'll be okay. Dude, Banchero's been playing pretty good, too. The overall first.
I'm saying...
Paulo Banchero on the Magic. He's
Cavs just need to sign Myles Garrett. Sign him to the summer league, because like,
shit.
Dude, you see him making those dunks? Shit. He's a big dude. Like him in the celebrity basketball game, and then him at a Cavs practice. Come on, man. And he's the opposite of Chet. He's a big boy. He's got like Giannis build, but bigger and shorter. So like,
hey, Myles Garrett kills them all.
He literally murdered Chet.
I want to jump into like the biggest trade of the offseason so far.
Oh yeah, I have that in my notes.
Because we were talking about
picks.
That we wanted him to the him to the Bulls. Yeah, here I have the whole list. So the Timberwolves got Rudy Gobert, which is Timberwolves are crazy now, but we'll get into that. But the Jazz got Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverley, Leandro Bolmaro. So only the first two are good. Walker Kessler, who was their number 22 pick. Jared Vanderbilt. So only like Beasley and Beverly are okay players. But then they get 5 first-round picks, bro. Like 5.
Dude, no.
It's absurd.
The Timberwolves completely fucked up the trade market.
And like
completely. Because like...
No, but yeah, because it's like Gobert's good, but like 5 first rounds for Gobert? Yeah, it's like, bro, what is KD worth then? He's worth like...
That's what I'm saying.
8.
Because, like,
9
now,
first-round picks.
They're just asking, like...
What?
The Nets are going to be like, well, if Gobert's worth this, then, like... So...
Yeah. It's like, yeah, KD's worth more than that.
That's why I'm saying, like there's no shot. Like, KD wants to go to the Heat, but only if they keep Butler, Adebayo, and Lowry, right? That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen.
Yeah. It's just like...
Because, like, now, because of Gobert, they're going to be like, yo...
Yeah,
give us Bam and Lowry and, like, 3 first-round picks if you're not going to give us Butler. Like, yeah, you can keep Butler, but give us, like, 3 years worth of picks.
Yeah, exactly.
Or just give us Butler, and then KD's going to be, KD on a mid-team. Again.
Yeah. But, dude, the Timberwolves are going to be fucking
True.
crazy. They extended Karl Anthony Towns' contract, which is going to be weird because Cat was a really good center for the Timberwolves. So they're pushing him to power forward, which I like. I like Cat. He's a really likable dude. But that team's going to be crazy, bro. Cat Gobert and Anthony Edwards. Like, I honestly think they're going to be, like, a top 5 in the West, bro. Like, they're going to be kind of crazy.
I'm just looking at my notes. I'm just seeing one of these things here. Do you see one of the centers or one of the free agents that Bulls are looking into? They're looking into Mohamed Bamba. They're looking into Mo Bamba.
Mohamed Bamba. They just got Drummond.
I know.
Though.
So that's why I don't know if they're gonna do it. They might have like
that would just be a backup.
Wait, do you think Drummond's better off?
Yeah, he'd probably just be a backup.
Do you think Drummond's gonna be better than Mo Bamba?
I've never even heard of that guy, so I don't
Mo
think
Bamba?
it's like a thing.
There's a song named after him, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, he's not good.
Yeah, he played for the Magic.
Like, yeah, that's like, come on, it's the
true.
Magic. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't good.
True.
So no, I mean, Drummond's definitely gonna be the starter there. You'd just be like their backup.
Yeah, they're also,
which I mean would be okay.
Yeah, they got let's see what else I have here. They signed a couple other players recently too. Yeah, I don't think they officially signed Dragic yet. Did they?
Yeah,
I know they were negotiating.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
1 year. No, yeah, it's a 1 year contract. And then Levine got the 5-year extension.
His heart has always been in
Drummond
Chicago.
2 years. They kept Derek Jones
they did re-sign
Jr.
him.
Another 2 years.
Apparently, Dallin.
So I don't know.
Dallin Terry's been pretty good.
The Bulls are going to be like pretty much the same team. Yeah, he's going to be good, but like he's not a
I
starter
see
or
them.
anything.
Yeah.
But the Bulls are going to be the same team. They're going to be like a 6. They're going to be like a 6-7 seed.
Yeah, agreed.
Going to be right around there.
I have them in. What did I put them at? Hold on. Fuck. Where's the? I had a notebook that had like the. Is it this one? No.
Yeah, and then, dude, the Clippers. I want them to be good so bad.
Oh yeah.
They also got John Wall. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, this is just if. So out of the teams looking into KD, right? This is just one of the things I have in here. I think all of them go to 1 seed except for the Bulls. I think Bulls would go like 3 seed. So like Warriors 1 seed, Suns 1 seed.
Yeah.
If they keep, I mean, even if they get rid of Bam and they have Lowry and Butler, 1 seed. Like, but yeah, I think Bulls.
I really like the only viable place now that I think he can go to is the Suns, because there's been talks of like a 4-team trade where it's like I forgot the 4th team, but it's the Suns, Nets, and Pacers. So it's like Ayton, because is probably gonna go to the Pacers, but then I think the Pacers send some shit to the Nets, and then the Nets send KD to the Suns. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think,
but it's like a whole big trade, and it seemed pretty like if he goes to any team, I think it's going to be the Suns at this point.
I think it's
a chance. I really don't think he wants to go to the Warriors. I that would completely tarnish his legacy. Like, I can't see KD going to the Warriors.
I think Suns are the most likely. Because, they're arguably, like, the best team out of the bunch. but I can see him. I think Warriors are the second most likely because
Yeah. I mean, most likely other than him staying on the Nets.
And it's like, here's why I can see him going to the Warriors, right? Both sides made it clear that the bridge isn't burned, right? Like, both sides have said, like, you know, the team, they all like KD. KD likes them. He wants to go to a winning team. The Warriors literally are last year's winning team.
Yeah.
They have people and they have picks that the Nets would want.
I don't know. I don't
plus,
know.
like, the biggest thing is KD
Because, like, I don't think the Warriors want to blow up their future,
but, like,
though.
I don't know. KD is, yeah, he's older, so it's like, yeah, I could see that. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like they might go for it just because, like, I mean, like I said, I don't think they're the most likely team. I do not. I think the Suns are most likely. I just think the Heat don't have enough to offer. With the conditions that KD wants. The Bulls, they have a lot to offer, but they'd give up. They'd basically clean house. They'd basically clean house and then have KD on their team, and they'd have to convince KD to come to them. So, like, the Warriors, I think, are the second most likely. Because, like, he likes... KD is a villain. He loves making people, like, Skip, like Shannon, like...
Yeah, but, like, in my head, it's just, like, his legacy is ruined. If he goes to the Warriors and wins a chip, it does not help his legacy at all. Because he's literally saying that he cannot win. Okay, so it's like, right, he goes to the Warriors after getting beat by them, right? I think 2016. He gets beat by them in the playoffs, and he goes to the Warriors and gets the free chips. You know what I mean? So it's like his legacy was already pretty, kind of hurt at this point, but it's still like whatever, right? He went and got the chip. Where it's like now he left, formed a super team just to, like, lose, and then if he goes back to the Warriors and gets a chip, it fucks his legacy. It doesn't help his legacy at all. It helps Steph's legacy. It helps Clay's legacy. Because it shows that, they won without KD. So now it's like if he goes back and they win, it means nothing. Because they can win without him.
But I mean,
you know what I mean? So KD's not proving anything.
But at the same time, I think KD just wants chips. He wants to make people mad, and he wants chips. That is...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if he goes to a team... If he goes to the Suns or the Heat, a team that's close to winning, and he elevates them to winning, that helps his legacy. That says that he is a person that can elevate a good team to a winning team.
That is true.
So I think just from a pure, like, mental perspective, that's why KD wouldn't want to go to the Warriors. And I also wouldn't want it because... I think the Warriors, they are really good at developing young talent. They would have to completely blow up what their plans are for the next 5 years just to get KD, and I just don't think that's good for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because they are good at developing.
I'd rather see.
They are good at developing talent. Wiggins, Looney, they've turned into good. They're solid players. And then, with having Steph and Clay, obviously that helps.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see what you're coming from, that, like, it would just fuck over KD's legacy. Yeah. But at the same time, he wants rings. That is just... And they are the guaranteed team. He already got rings with them. They won without him last year. They're the most likely team to get him more rings before he retires. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's going to happen. And I'm
not necessarily a huge fan of it happening either. But, like...
Because, like, if it does happen, it's so boring. It's so boring.
At the same time, it's like...
It's so lame.
At the same time, it's like people won't really think of the legacy part as much as they'll think about how many rings he has. 10, 15 years after retirement, when they talk about top 15 players, if they mention them, it's going to be the rings. It's not going to be the legacy. You know what I mean? So, it's yeah, now it's going to hurt. And, with people who are super into basketball, it's going to hurt his legacy.
Yes.
But at the same time, people who are just, average basketball viewers, average basketball, they just pay attention to a moderate amount. It's going to be oh, well, he has 6 rings, 7 rings. Not that he'll get that many, but,
I guess, but I really don't think rings mean as much as you're giving value to them. Because you got people Steph is, borderline top 10, right around top 10 now. But, you have people on that team, on that Warriors team too, right? You got Iguodala, Draymond. They have all these rings, but nobody is wow, this is an amazing player because of how many rings they have. Where it's or even, go back in time. Bill Russell has a shit ton of rings, and nobody's saying he's the greatest. Where you look at LeBron, bro. LeBron, quote unquote, only has 4 rings, and he's, the second greatest of all time. Because those 4 rings were all, on dog shit teams. I think the Lakers are a pretty decent team. Okay team. But, his Cavs team and his Heat team, they were terrible. And he was 1v5. And that's why, a team, and that's why when it was LeBron versus the Warriors for so many years, people aren't saying that Steph or Clay or Draymond are better than LeBron, because it's that's a more well-rounded team. So even though they were winning more, the Warriors were winning more, nobody ever said any of those players are better than LeBron, even though he has less rings, because he was able to win with a lot worse team and kind of do it himself. So that's why I'm saying, where it's if KD goes to the Warriors and he just has rings, I don't think people even in the future are going to look back and be oh wow, he has 5, 6, 7 rings. They're going to be he has 2 real ones, is what people are going to say, because they're going to be all he did was go to a team that already got rings without him, and then it just gets some more. I think that's how people are going to look, because that's how people look at a lot of old stars now, is they see people that have a lot of rings, and it just doesn't really mean that much unless they were the ones actually pushing that team to get a ring.
But I don't know, because
so I don't think I think it fucks up. I think it fucks his legacy.
Going them saying LeBron is better because he's on not as good team and he does the most. And KD isn't doing nothing. He's not comparable to Iguodala on the Warriors, so he'd be seen as the same way Steph or Clay are seen when they get a ring. You know what I mean? He'd be seen in that tier.
I get what you're saying, but in
I get it. I 100% get it.
What I'm trying to say is where it's the Warriors can win without him, yes. Right? They've shown it. Yeah. They don't need him to win. So it's if he goes to the team, it's not he's making them win. Where you look at, LeBron.
It's not the same as LeBron going back to Cavs. Yeah.
You look 100%. At some of these other great players. Yeah, exactly. Where it's the Bulls, they're not going to win without Jordan. They just don't.
They made that clear.
They will never win.
Yeah.
The Cavs, the Heat, they were not ever going to win without LeBron. Where it's the Warriors, yes, they can win without KD. Where that's what I'm trying to argue in terms of from a legacy perspective.
I definitely see it. Yeah.
So he'll still be in that same tier as Steph and Clay, where it's he's a good player, he's a great player, and obviously is going to contribute to their success. But what I'm trying to say is that it's if he's not elevating a team from not able to win to winners, then I think it hurts his legacy. Where it's if he goes to a team like the Heat or the Suns, teams that have been getting close and are good teams, and he's able to be that factor that gets them a ring, then I think that improves his legacy, because it shows that he is a player that can elevate a team to championship level. Where it's like if he goes to the Warriors, he's not elevating the team at all. He's just basically replacing one
that is
component for another. That's what I'm trying to argue. Obviously, it'll still be he'll be a great player.
I think we both know.
I just think from a overall legacy perspective and enjoyment perspective.
I mean, we both know that regardless, he wants to go to a winning team because he is a hardcore chip chaser. And that is the biggest reason why I consider the Warriors in the run.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Definitely not like a top contender, but like, he's a chip chaser. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, I really could see him going to the Suns. Because it's like, they're borderline pushing 100%. For it the last couple of years. So it's like if he goes to that team, it's I feel like it's the easiest chip without tarnishing his leg. You know what I mean? Like it's like the easiest chip outside of the Warriors that is still like means something kind of.
Sorry, I'm writing down the.
Dude, I guess one other thing, dude, the Mavericks gonna be fucking. They're gonna be.
I freaking love the Mavs, dude.
Bro. They got Christian Wood. They're gonna be decent.
Luka. I feel like he's not gonna stop being, he's not calming down until he gets a chip. Oh my god, it'd be so funny if the Suns got KD and then lost to the Mavs again. That would be
great.
Do you think they're gonna be all right without Brunson? Because Brunson, well, not that great. He still helped.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean the Mavericks. Brunson wasn't that good. Like he's not that good for what he gets paid. Like it's a lot better that the Mavericks can get him out of there for what he's wanting. I think he's like I think he's like the 40th highest paid player in the NBA, and like he's not a top 40 player. You know what I mean? He's like maybe top 75, maybe. But like, he's not a top 40 player, and that's like the salary he's getting. Where it's like I think it's way, way, way more worth for the Mavericks now that they have Christian Wood to get rid of him and start trying to kind of like develop and build a team around Luka. Like, they're definitely not a championship team this season. Like obviously could they? Yeah. I mean, there's a chance. But like, they're not some super team now. Give it 2-3 years, let them build a little bit. They can be really scary. Like I think that's what they're trying to do. That's what it really seems like, is they're trying to develop the team around Luka. Because Luka's, he's gonna hit his prime in, 3, 4, 5 years about, because he's still he's a young guy, right? He's still got a couple years before he starts hitting his prime. So it's like, if they're with the way they're setting up now, clearing up some cap space, bringing in some younger players, bringing in new players. They're setting up where, 3 seasons from now, 2-3 seasons from now, they're going to be a really, really good team. So I was happy they got rid of Brunson. I think he's not that good. Kind of plays a role that wasn't needed on the team. And just obviously they pay way too much money for what he does.
I don't know. I feel like, definitely cap space wise and stuff, it's definitely good to get rid of him. And I think he could potentially do really well with the Knicks. But I don't know. I think it's better to have someone that's like adequate in that position at least than to have someone that's just not there basically. Definitely with Christian Wood, that's a suitable, because he's center, I think, right? Yeah. Like, is he a center? I thought that's why they got rid of.
I don't think so.
Is he? Okay.
No, he's a power forward.
I was thinking he was
can
a
play
center because
too,
that's
yeah.
why they got rid of.
I don't know if he will. I don't know if he would.
Yeah.
What he will.
But like,
play.
regardless, it's a
Because I think Luka plays small.
it's a suitable
He can play
position.
power.
You know, suitable trade.
Yeah, we'll probably just have Luka
Yeah.
on point and him like power. Yeah.
I think the Mavs are a
Yep.
4 seed, a solid 4 or 5 seed. I think the top 4 are going to be Suns, Warriors, Lakers, Mavs.
Mm-hmm.
And then playoffs in general, the Clippers.
You're sleeping on the Clippers, bro. I'm telling you. Kawhi,
Clippers,
baby,
dude, they're
he's
in
back.
there. I think I put them as the 8 seed.
I don't care. I don't care. They are such an injury-prone team. I don't care. I need them to win. I just need it. There's nothing more I want this season than the fucking Clippers to win.
Suns, Warriors, Lakers,
all I
Mavs, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Grizzlies, and Clippers. Not 100% like in that order. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
those are the only team. Dude, and the Clippers got John.
I feel like the
Wall
top
too.
4 are pretty locked in. Like they're like my top 4
bro.
teams are definitely going to be in the top 4. Like definitely interchangeable. Like the Lakers might be the 1 seed, Warriors might be the 1 seed, something like that. And the bottom 4 are all interchangeable too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Clippers, I don't think are going to be 1 through 4, but they could be the 5 seed. In the East, I got Bucks, Heat.
Yep. Dude, I'm just telling you, if Kawhi is back, it's
Then gets hurt again. In the East, I got Bucks, Heat, Nets, Sixers, Celtics, Raptors, Bulls, and Cavs. Cavs might be the Hawks. It could be the Hawks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. I know the Hawks made a couple moves. So they're trying to build around
yeah.
Trae Young a little bit.
Dude, can we talk about
I definitely could.
Can we talk about Ja?
Shit. Because they got DeJounte Murray.
Can we talk
from
about
the Spurs,
Ja's comments recently?
Oh no! Okay, no, that quote was fake.
He literally
That
said
quote
it
was
in an
fake.
interview.
That quote
He
was,
literally
no,
said
was
it.
fake,
There's
though. It was
recording. There's
Yes, it was. No, but it was a joke. He said it as a joke. He said it as a joke.
Dude, it's so.
Yes, he said it as a joke because I kept seeing shit about it. He said it as a joke. Like he did not, like he wasn't meaning it.
So.
But everybody like misquoted it like a billion times. Like he didn't actually like say that.
Well, he did actually say it, but there's
he's cocky.
There's a
but
difference
he's
between
not
being
that
tongue in
cocky.
cheek and not actually saying
But
it.
it was a joke.
It's like, yeah, he actually said it. It might have just been tongue in cheek, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, no, but there was a big quote going around that they showed on ESPN that said that he was like that MJ would just be no. It was basically went into like further detail, and they said that it was a tweet by him, but it wasn't actually a tweet by him. But it said that basically they were trying to claim that he said that MJ was a superstar, but like that there's a bunch of superstars in today's league, and he would just be an average player. He would just be, he'd be a Ja Morant, a Luka Doncic, a Giannis, a KD. He would just be on our level, pretty much.
No.
But it was a fake quote. Like, it was fake. And they showed it on ESPN.
No, I'm talking about him
So
saying in an interview, I would have cooked him.
Mean.
Like, it's like, damn, I
Yeah.
didn't realize you were
was,
MJ's chef because you're going to be cooking for him. Like, God, dude.
Yeah, real.
Ja,
only cooking, you doing.
let's be real. You couldn't. Like, not only can you not cook MJ in the '90s, you couldn't cook him today. Let's be real. like you're good. You're not that good.
Shit.
You're not that good. Oh, Canavals. Yeah. Dude, that comment was just so funny. I was like, dude, you're joshing. God. MJ so disappointed in the Bulls.
Canovels, welcome to the podcast.
Hell yes. Insta views. Alright. But, yeah, I don't know. I think the league is certainly shaping up to be interesting. Definitely interesting. Yeah. I feel like the West is still,
fun.
like, plenty stacked. I feel like Westbrook's taking them. The Lakers finals.
Dude, I don't know, man. If Westbrook can just come back to form, it's over. Because, obviously LeBron and AD just did not play that many games this season. And, suffered from, there's injuries and shit. So it's like, Lakers back healthy, Westbrook, with good players around him.
I miss Kobe, man.
Because, I definitely do think, right now, I would definitely put the Lakers as the favorites.
Yeah.
Assuming everybody is healthy. Yeah. If everyone's healthy, I think so. But, that's pretty much all I have to talk about.
I think Lakers are definitely a top 3, at least. I don't think they're getting lower than the 3 seed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously, if KD goes to the Suns,
if KD goes to the Suns, they're a 1 seed.
But,
if KD,
we have
if KD goes to the Warriors, they're a 1
there.
seed. If KD goes to Heat, they're a 1 seed. Like, if KD goes to Bulls, they go from a 7 seed to a 3 seed. That's a good jump. That is a good jump. But
that is a good jump.
I don't think they're gonna do better than that because they're gonna be giving up everyone. They'd have to give up everyone except for DeRozan and Caruso. Everyone else, 40-ounce bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah.
So subtle transition into baseball. I didn't get to write down the
baseball,
team, how they're doing and stuff. Because, good lord, it's all about the Mets, baby.
It's all about the Mets,
Dude,
baby.
Suzuki. Let's talk about that real quick. Coming back from a finger injury, they had to step out of the league for. Comes back, hits an inside the park homer, in first game back. Next game, after that, hits a home run. Each one, I got this, guys.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very good player. I definitely like him. And people were saying that after the first month, they're like, no, he just had a good.
He's just
they're say it's not that good. He just had a good first month. It's no, he's good. He is very good. He is just picky. God, let's look. I gotta pull up these standings here. But yeah, the Cubs won their. They won their series against the Brewers. I was impressed with that. They won 2 of the 3 games.
Yeah,
by the Dodgers.
Swept by the Dodgers.
I'm locking in my contenders now. AL contenders are going to be, if it'll freaking load here, Astros, Yankees. Astros or Yankees, right?
Yankees.
My NL locked in, Dodgers or Mets. It's Dodgers or Mets.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I know. Maybe. I agree. The Braves maybe. Brewers maybe.
Brewers aren't going to make it. It's Padres or the third. I think it's in order, right? Dodgers.
I feel like the Braves are
Dodgers,
right. The Braves are
right? Then Mets, then Padres.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the AL, I mean, you really, if I,
the Yankees, I think, are just the best team in the league. Just pretty.
I think it's
pretty
Yankees,
substantially the
Astros.
best right now.
There might be a third team if this will actually like load. Maybe.
Yeah, the Twins.
I was about to say
decent.
Red Sox
The
are probably
Red
my
Sox
third.
are decent. I mean, dude, the
Yeah.
AL East is tight. The AL East is crazy right now. It basically became the NL West. The NL West kind of like the gap started growing again. Like it's pretty much just the Dodgers and Padres are ahead.
True.
But the AL East, bro, holy shit! That's becoming a new one where it's like I can see 3 or 4 teams from that being in playoffs with the new format.
Yeah,
it'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's out of.
Like that division's crazy.
Oh shit! I swapped these on accident. Okay.
Because we're about halfway through.
I
right?
think Dodgers, Mets, and Padres. So 2 out of the 3 in the NL West are most likely to be the NL Conference champs and go on to the World Series. Then AL at 2 out of the 3 are East.
Yeah.
Yankees and Red Sox, and then Astros. Those are my teams. Those are the ones I think are going. I'm definitely true.
You're sleeping on the Blue Jays. I'm calling it Blue Jays.
I'm
Mets
telling you,
World
the
Series called
the Athletics
right here.
going. They're going.
I'm calling
They're going. 100%. They're 29-59. They're mounting a comeback.
You're so fucking right. It's Athletics. It's Athletic Cubs. It's like the Athletics versus Cubs.
True.
And if you think otherwise, you are dumb.
What are you talking about?
It is just
Athletics
so
versus
guaranteed.
Reds.
Read between the lines.
Athletics
Just read
versus
between the
Reds.
lines, guys.
No, dude. When you look
Real.
at
Yes.
when you look at the Yankees and the Dodgers, I think they're the most likely because main thing is look at the run difference between Yankees. They have 450 runs scored, 273 runs allowed. They have a plus 177 difference for runs. Dodgers have plus 151, 429 runs scored, 278 allowed. So it's like their offense is good and their defense is good. So, I think they're most likely. Mets plus 73, 413 to 340. So I think their price, second most, and then where's the Padres? Padres are plus 39. They are not doing nearly as good as those other two in the NL. And then AL is Yankees 177, like I already mentioned. Red Sox are plus 46. Astros plus 102. It's I got a pretty clear look at scoring, runs allowed, runs.
Dude, this year Yankees, it's just 2016 Cubs. They got Rizzo and Chapman. It's over.
Yeah, Rizzo's been doing...
It's over.
Rizzo got that dub with that trade, actually. With that fire sale. He's just about the only one that got the dub on there. Because Bryant is on, worst team in his conference. Javi, worst in his conference. I think Rockies are the worst. Yeah, they are.
Well,
he's on the Rockies.
Mid, but no, not Baez.
No, Bryant. He wasn't. He was on the Giants last year. He's on the Rockies this year.
Again?
No, Javi's on the
on the
Tigers,
Rockies?
which are the second worst.
Yeah, okay.
Javi's on the Tigers.
Now, where's Javi now? Oh, you.
Yeah,
okay.
and then
you.
Bryant, Rockies, Rizzo, Yankees. So,
And Rizzo won the best team in the
Yep.
entire fucking MLB.
Yeah.
A hard Rizzo dub.
61-25. Goddamn.
GG.
Dude, seeing a battle for New York World Series would be super cool.
That would be pretty crazy.
Yes, sir.
Bronx versus Queens.
I think it's gonna be Yankees Dodgers most likely. Which I could be wrong. I think I remember. I might have said no. I think I said Yankees Mets most likely in our first episode. Which, hey, not that far off so far.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I know I said Mets for sure. But I don't remember who I put. The East.
I think you said
Yankees
Astros.
Or Astros, I think. I don't know. I think I said Astros. I don't remember. I know for certain I said that Mets because I said Mets were gonna win it all.
You definitely have the opportunity to change it. Because if you predict
Mets.
halfway through the season, hey, it's still pretty impressive.
No, I'll stick with it. Like I said, bro, give me Blue Jays Mets. Mets win.
Blue Jays,
Give it to me.
Mets, baby. Blue Jays, Mets.
I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah, I'm chilling with that. I'm chilling with it.
You're out your mind if you don't think it's the Royals.
I liked it. You're out of your
Between the
fucking
Royals
mind.
and the Athletics.
You're out of your mind if you don't.
Like, goddamn, dude.
Real.
I don't know. There's such a clear difference between teams this year, especially like in their own like conferences and stuff. Like, goddamn. It kind of hurts a little bit to be a Cubs fan, getting swept, being up 8-3 halfway through a game, and then just blowing it and then losing 11-8 or 11-9. They scored one other run.
Being a Chicago fan, big sad right now. The Bulls are just gonna be an
They're gonna be okay.
good team. Blackhawks
They are not
anything anymore. Our baseball team.
White Sox. It's like, can you get above 500? They literally can't get to 500. Like 41-45. It's like every time they get close, they fall on their face. Cubs 34-52.
Dude, if the Twins win the World Series, I get like $100. So
Dude,
we'll
if the Cubs win the World Series, I get $1,500.
Yeah, you get like $15K.
I bet $3. Because like I did it because like I had like $100
It's gonna happen.
left. I
You gotta
think.
believe.
And like when I go to Wisconsin, I can't bet anything. It's illegal. So yeah, so I just bet it all now. I don't know. And then I think I bet on either winning the World Series. Not World Series. I mean, I did that. I did Cubs. I did Mets, Dodgers, Yankees, Astros, I think. And then I did Super Bowl. And with Super Bowl, I did Bills, Rams, Bucks, Chargers, and Browns. I did Browns because like that's my team. I'm gonna go with them. But like, yeah, it's like sure they're a cursed franchise.
Sure. Hey, I'm just saying, hey, if the Twins hit it, bro, hey, they're best
They are
AL
best
Central.
AL Central.
Could happen. It'd be a nice little payday.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I wasn't.
Yeah, it's just the same old Cubs.
They're literally both
Sox.
like. I mean,
Trash.
One can't get above 3 Like, one's sticking at the middle of the pack. Can't get above 500. Can't get a winning record. The other one, struggling to even get to third. They're competing with... It's not even really, like, what team's the best in the NL Central. It's what team's the worst. What team
holding it down in the back, baby. Yeah.
Makes me so upset, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I think the Cubs are better than the Pirates. Their record doesn't show it, but look at the run difference. Minus 69, minus 125.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's because when the Cubs play good, they fucking, score 19 goddamn runs. But then when they play bad, they go, they go 5-20 against the fucking
I made my mom
Reds.
so mad. I texted her, like, because they won.
Sickening.
One of their games. They won 8-3 against the Brewers. Right? Really good game for the Cubs. And I went, watch, they're not going to score above 2 points. Yeah. They're going to get like 2 runs max next 6 games. She's like, you shut your filthy mouth. I'm like, it's true. It's like, sure, like, yeah, this game against the Dodgers, they scored 9 runs, but they fucking just let the Dodgers, they let them score like 8 out of nowhere. Like, they just went, all right, we can afford it, and then just kept letting it happen. So, like,
yeah, Cubs scored 8.
I don't know. I think Chicago in general needs to make some money moves. The Cubs got $40 million in cap space. Trade deadline's coming up. They can make moves. They got the money.
I know, dude. The Cubs, like, they can build a good team. They're just not doing anything. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. They can literally get multiple good players. Yeah. Multiple.
Like, I like Schwindel. You could probably trade him for, like, a decent prospect. Trade him and Contreras, because they haven't been playing Contreras as much. Trade those two. You can get a really good player. So, like, why not? Why not? But,
get some fucking...
Yeah, get some relief pitchers. Oh, my God. The relief pitchers are
pitching in here.
Atrocious. Chicago in general. Like, oh, my God. The White Sox...
It's quite silly.
I don't know. They made good moves. They got, Dodgers players. They got Harrison. They got, but still not doing that great. I think it's either a coaching or like a pitching thing. Bulls. Mm-hmm. Okay, they got, like, last year they got Vooch, who was like considered to be great, and then Vooch just would not go into the paint at all. He just was going to stick on the perimeter, like fucking. He's
boom, baby.
Can you name one time Vooch was in the paint doing his job?
Vooch with the 3.
I cannot think of one time.
Yeah, that one time,
True.
Yeah, but perimeter 3,
somebody's
got to shoot
it. Sure as hell can't be Levine or DeRozan or Ball. Or it's got to be Vooch. Hopefully Drummond doesn't do that.
I don't know, dude.
Hopefully
the Bulls can be aight. They can be aight.
Does not do what Vooch did. God damn.
Yeah, I mean,
Levine said his knee is
Levine
feeling
comes
good.
back to form. DeRozan doing DeRozan things. Yeah, Drummond in there. I mean, the Bulls.
I think
they got their team right. They didn't lose
I don't think
anybody.
we got a perfectly
team,
good glimpse at them.
They could.
I don't
could
think we got a
surprise us.
perfect
They could
glimpse
surprise us
because, like, when they had, when they.
I mean, I feel like
when
they
had Ball
us.
and Levine,
they
were like the 1 seed. So don't get me wrong.
No.
They're not going 1 seed. They're
Granted,
yeah,
like
true.
they weren't
They're
gonna
not
win the
going 1
chip.
seed by any means.
Yeah.
But I have them at 6. I could see them going like 4, like the 4 seed maybe. If they stay
that's what I was gonna say. Like
healthy,
3-4,
they have
they're
to
playing
stay
really well.
healthy. And then Bears, it's like don't even get me started on the Bears. Like they step up in some departments just to go down in others. Like trading Allen Robinson, really? Trading Khalil Mack for the picks that you traded him for? What? Like, yeah, sure, he's older, but, like, still, he was the best player in your defense.
Chicago
Allen Robinson
in shambles.
Dude,
Please,
Allen Robinson's going to ball
surprise
out
us
on the Rams this year. I'm calling it. I'm 100% calling it. He is a great wide receiver. He's not as good as Cooper Kupp by any means, but he gonna ball.
He left Chicago, honestly, therefore he is instantly
Justin
better.
Fields is a very solid quarterback, like middle of the pack, which is good for a rookie season, like and a prospect, but like he'd be better on a team that's not Chicago. He'd definitely be better on any other team.
True.
But yeah, the Chicago teams basically. We just have to hope about the Bulls. I haven't seen any of their summer league. How are they doing?
Rough.
How are they doing with this summer?
I summer league. I don't really pay attention too much. I don't pay attention to like scores or anything. Because like some teams will play their starters. I don't know. Like the games don't really matter. Dalen.
I heard he's a pretty good.
He's doing okay.
He's a decent prospect.
He's not going to be a starter, but he'll be an okay bench player.
Marko Seminovic.
Yeah, he's decent.
What's his face? He gained like 20 pounds to be a better big man.
He's okay.
Like, I'm like, all right, dude, that's commitment. He's committed.
Me for real. Like, that's me right now, actually. Becoming a fucking mass monster.
Absolutely true. I'm trying to look at the summer league here. See how the Bulls are doing. Scores, maybe? If it'll freaking load.
Yeah,
Bulls are 1-1.
Weird.
Not awful.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I know they got shit on by the Knicks yesterday.
Damn.
Yeah. They got, like, demolished. But,
dude, I saw this interesting stat.
Cares.
Sorry, I'm looking at, like, ESPN and, like, the top events thing at the top of the screen or whatever. The White Sox and Guardians. Dude, the White Sox are 64 and 103 against Cleveland.
Yikes.
They can't beat them. They can't.
Yikes.
64 and 103.
Just
Cleveland best team. Cleveland basketball finals.
Bruh, Cleveland, they've, pretty much never been good, other than,
Cleveland World Series, Cleveland Super Bowl, Cleveland NBA Finals. All this year. Calling it. It's all on the table. It's all Cleveland.
Okay. I mean, hey, Cleveland 2016. Cleveland 2016 was popping. Cavs win, and then
they weren't the Guardians at the time.
Guardians World Series.
Yeah, and they lost. Like, damn. Still, I feel like teams that make it and then lose don't get enough credit. Like,
Yeah. But, that's just like
100%. Like,
winner's,
definitely, like,
winner's
don't get me
bias
wrong.
type thing.
Like, 2020 Super Bowl? Bucks are a better team than the Chiefs. I mean, 28-9. Like, very clear. Very clear. But, like, the Chiefs, they still made it. They were like 14-2, 13-3. Like, great team. It's like they're pretty forgotten about. Same with, like, I feel like the Bengals this year, or like last year, were an exception. They were definitely an exception.
Yeah.
They might have been a little overhyped, honestly, because like they were only 10-7.
Yeah, for sure.
They kind of barely made the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they made a little bit of they made a Cinderella run up there to the finals.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they still made it, so they are like the superior team. But like, yeah, they did make it through
second best team.
Very injury prone two teams that were actually better than them. Because I mean, prime Browns, prime Bengals. I mean, even not prime Browns whooped them 41-16. So, and then like, they were both, you have Baker, torn labrum, broken shoulder, OBJ left, Nick Chubb, ankle injury, Kareem Hunt was out with I think a broken bone, Myles Garrett playing through ankle injury, and then the Ravens, they ended up having to, pretty much.
Yeah, you got the Browns.
Ravens were literally just in shambles because like half of their defense were all backups, and then Lamar had to go out with an ankle injury, like really bad ankle injury, and like so your two best teams were literally either playing through injuries or were the backups. So. So yeah, I mean, best team because like you still beat the Titans, you still beat the Chiefs, but like at that point, I mean, the Ravens beat the Chiefs too when they were in their prime. The Browns literally lost because the kicker or the punter they had at the time that they like let go immediately just literally dropped the ball and had to run instead of punting it. That is why they lost. So, like, both of those teams could have been in the exact same position as the Bengals, but were, like, 2 beat up. Not to discredit the Bengals, more so to credit the other two teams.
Yeah.
Like, just arguably better. Bengals still better than the Steelers, though.
I got you.
Steelers should not have even made it. Oh,
real.
that was so
real.
bad. Frick you, Steelers.
Yeah, frick you, Steelers.
If you're a Steelers fan, frick you. Only thing good about the Steelers is their colors.
Suck.
True. They're changing their field name too.
Suck.
Askaroo Field, something like that. It was Heinz. It was
what?
It was Heinz, and now it's like Askaroo.
Ew.
Something like that. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up just to make sure. But
That's lame.
Steelers Stadium. I mean, Lakers changed theirs to be something really stupid too. Oh, at Crypto.com. That was the Lakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acrisure Stadium.
Oh, disgusting.
I know. Like, Heinz Field is not a good name, but it's better than...
That's gross.
Acrisure.
Bring
back the Heinz.
Bring back
All
the
right.
Heinz.
Well, I think that just about ends everything I have to talk about here.
Yeah, what?
No
Do we know
idea,
what we're doing next week? I don't remember.
Absolutely no idea. Maybe Thor Love and Thunder?
Total. I feel like...
Thor Love and Thunder?
I don't even know if we planned this for...
Could do that.
Maybe.
Because like that gives people a
Maybe.
week to watch it. You know what I mean? Like week, 2 weeks, something like that. Yeah, like some.
Yeah.
I
Maybe live action Marvel, right?
100% could do that. Thor: Love and Thunder review plus live action Marvel.
That'd be crazy.
I got you.
That would be.
Oh yeah.
Well, I should say movies because I don't want to do TV shows.
Yep. 100%. I got you.
But yeah.
Yeah, we can either do that in person or we can do this again, depending. Dude, we gotta figure out the in person. Like we gotta,
Okay.
I mean, we could honestly probably just use this. We're using Riverside right now. Yeah.
I just
I just want to get the camera thing figured out.
We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys. Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Hopefully
everything's good now.
All right. Thanks for watching.
And yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
I don't know how you end
Bye,
this.
Fake Craig.